ディープヒア。飛べる。飛べない。1、2、3、はい。つまんない日常でも頭の中にエンジン積めばほら加速は止まんないでも学力やばいかもそれでも行きたい前人未到のスペース未来まで休めないでしょこのスターじゃ少しの明日へいつでも顔上げロケットスター私なんて。夢のフィーバータイムそう
Hello and welcome to the Unum Fall 2024 seasonal anime stream. Today we're going to be checking out the first episode of a number of new anime series that just came out. And the idea with this stream format is to kind of be a watch-along. So if you want to watch this next episode with me soon, you should go and get episode 1 of Arco Trip now, so you can watch it when I watch it. Yeah, let's go just check out some of the mal pages for some of the shows this season. So essentially, I've been watching seasonal anime for quite a long time, and doing it in a very concerted way since like winter 2018, and then I think it since fall 2019. I've ran various like IRL meetup groups that would essentially we would check out the first episode of like somewhere between 24 and 30 new seasonal anime each season, and over the course of like the first 3 episodes of them, we would drop down to the like maximum number of shows we would watch for the season. So for example, this season, the maximum number of new full-length seasonal anime that I would like to pick up is 5. So I'm looking for 4 to 5 new shows to watch this season, and I do this every season. I try to not complete more than 25 new full-length series a year, and I think this will put me right up against 25, because I think once I finish the last episode of some of these summer shows, I'll hit 20. And first, I'll maybe set the terms for what a full-length new seasonal anime is. So it's got to be a new series, so it can't be a sequel or a spin-off, unless the spin-off is like substantially different. For example, by like a different director, different studio, maybe very different premise or style. Then it needs to be full length, so I count that as at least 180 minutes, or more than 180 minutes. So like something like Fully Coolly I count as like a short show, because I think that just hits 180 minutes. And it must be serialized, so there must be more than one entry in it. This isn't actually a problem in anime, because I don't think there's even any anime films that are more than 3 hours long, but if there was, for example, I wouldn't include that. Cool. Okay, so let's just check out the mal page. So here's the mal page. This is actually currently listed by air date, by premiere date here. I've actually already checked out a few, but so there's this here, but if you want to actually get the subset of the shows I will be checking out, if you go to my profile, which is baby_Minu on myanimelist.net, you can go to my interest stacks here, and you have to get to it this way because it's an unlisted interest stack. And I have one here that is called, where is it? Did I already look past it? I think I did. Yes. Fall 2024. Shows to check out. Boom. So this is the one you want to look at. I think here the shows are ordered by how popular they were as of the date I made it. So it was September 6th. So there's 26 shows, but 2 of them are confirmed short shows. Potentially, Puniru wa Kawaii Slime might also be a short show, but we don't know yet. And I already got a little bit of a head start, and I checked out a couple of these. So a couple weeks ago, or whenever, it was a week or so ago, I watched this Murai no Koi, which I dropped. It wasn't very good. And when I did a test stream a couple of days ago, after that, I watched the first episode of Uzumaki, which I thought was awesome. I have not read the Uzumaki manga. I've like intentionally been patient and not read it all these years since the anime was announced, even though it's been delayed a million times. But it's directed by the dude who directs Mushishi and Aku no Hana, Hiroshi Nagahama, and it really bears his art style. Like, I don't know how similar these character designs are to the way he does them in the manga, but they really looked like some of his like character design style in Aku no Hana. I guess he's probably not the character designer on either of the shows, but yeah, it definitely it had his mark. I thought it was really impressive. highly recommend. But that won't be included, for example, in the list of 5 shows because it's a short show. Same with Hamidashi Creative. That's also going to be a short show. How long are the episodes for that? I think they're like 5 minutes. Yeah. But that's not airing for what, tomorrow, I guess it airs. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. So and some of the rules for dropping shows, for example, when I'm checking out these first 3 episodes of the season, the rule is, and this is especially important for the first episodes, that when we do it in a group, a show is dropped there's like a number of conditions. So the first condition would be if everyone in the group votes to drop the show. The second would be if everybody but one person votes to drop the show back-to-back weeks. So if only one person wants to watch it in the group 2 weeks in a row, then the show is gone. And also, like, let's say, for instance, if we're checking out, like we are this season, 24 new full-length anime series, and we want to watch a maximum of 5, then we have to get rid of 19 over the course of the first 3 episodes. So then I divide that up. So in this case, you would have to drop at least 9 shows on the first week. You'd have to drop 8 more, so for a total of 17 at least by the end of the second episode, and then you'd have to drop the full. Wait, did I do that math wrong? I think I must have, because 19, 6. Sorry, it's 6, 7, 6, 6. So you'd have to drop 7, then 6 more for a total of 13, and then 6 more for a total of 19 by the end of the third episode. So let's say that like not enough shows got votes to drop. To actually be dropped by the first 2 criteria, then the third one could come in and supersede them and also kick a show off the list, so that you'd be guaranteed to drop down to the maximum number, at least, that you would allow. 5 in this case for this season. I will also be checking out some sequels, although that won't be the topic of this, but I'm checking out, what is it? I'm checking out Natsume Yujincho, the new season, although I'm a little behind. I have like a few episodes to watch in the final season of that, and then like a film, I think. And then I'll also watch the new season of ReZero. In fact, I already started when it leaked. And isn't there one more? Oh, there is. Beastars is airing, but that's not till December. Right? Yeah, Beastars final season. Yeah. And so today we'll be then starting off with Arco Trip in just a second. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Hopefully, I don't know if anyone else is here and chilling, but if you want to watch Arco Trip, now is the time. Get ready. It's what's going on with Arco Trip? It's being done by Studio Voil, I believe, which is a pretty funny name. And let's see. Oh yeah, I think I actually looked a little bit of who directed it, and it was someone who's like worked on some Gainax shows back in the day, which was pretty interesting. Let's see. Yeah, they worked on like Gurren Lagann. They also worked on some of these like Shaft Gainax collabs. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, and then like part of the post Gainax team that worked on Idol Master, I guess, or they directed an episode. Yeah, cool, sweet. Well, I think we're just gonna go and like head into that episode then of Arco Trip. So let's do it, everyone. Let's watch some Arco Trip. I think I'm gonna mute myself during it and the episode, so there will be no audio on the stream. If you prefer like some music or something playing, I guess you can write it and maybe I'll see it in chat. But the idea was that maybe it wouldn't be smart of me to have the episode playing and leaking in, but that also if you were watching the episode, you wouldn't appreciate it if there was also audio leaking in, because then you could leave me on, and then when the episode is over, we could talk about it, we could chat. But it's highly likely that on some of these, maybe not Arco Trip, because I'm actually kind of excited for this one, but on some of these other ones, we'll be dropping them after 10 minutes. Because the idea is you can't vote to drop until at least 10 minutes, especially on the first episode, so it kind of gives shows at least a small chance to survive. Cool, so let's just get into it. We're going to watch Arco Trip. Oh my god, I just had to say that the way this grandpa just said "kekiwai," was so funny that I couldn't help but burst out into laughter. It's a very like kawaii grandpa, kind of like if grandpa was Shota grandpa design. Very silly. This could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna venture that this show probably isn't like getting police super hard. I'm just gonna try leaving the audio on, the mic on right now. Maybe I'll even attempt to throw a gate on it. Because I guess if you could probably hear this, but whoa, he's at the arcade. Let's go. Let's go. Certainly, at least probably during the OPs and EDs, I'll need to mute the mic. I think that's a bare minimum. This show looks pretty nice. I mean, it's a contemporary show, but yeah, yeah. Whoa, this little guy, he's got a very Pokemon S design. He looks like he's like a fire starter. Instead of being like Weed Neko, he's yeah. Ooh, I think it's possible that my Neko might be coming actually. Whoa, she's dropping the haunt on you. Whoa. Oh, well, I guess the Neko is going to be some sort of like Maho Shoujo mascot character. I wonder if this is even like an interesting format for the stream, or if anyone will watch along. because I can imagine, like, if you're not going to watch along, it's kind of boring, which is why I unmuted the mic, I guess. But I am seriously worried it could get copy struck with the mic unmuted. I don't know. If anybody's here and they want to say if they prefer the mic unmuted or muted while I'm watching an episode, that would be useful information. We're getting to a kind of like Sakuga section. The backgrounds are like not very detailed for this show. Kind of bland. I forgot to say this show I think actually had the shoujo tag, even though it kind of looked like an otaku oriented maho shoujo show. I didn't realize her hat is like a strawberry beret. Yeah, okay. It's kind of like a Yuri type thing, which I guess this is, yeah, what's hot now with the maho shoujo shows. Or maybe that's just been like that always. I mean, Madoka. Do we think there's going to be any significance to the grandpa having these like triangle pupils? Because she also has very abnormal pupils. Or hers aren't even her. Yeah, she actually also has triangle pupils. But she has like 3 shapes in her eye. So I guess that was like the mid break. I guess we're seeing here why this show is considered a shoujo, even though it like has some like otaku oriented maho shoujo trappings. It, like this guy who showed up, like he seemed like a little bit like a Chuni character at the start, but like no, he's definitely way more of a shoujo type of trope. Um, Production wise, it's much closer to the level of like Magical Destroyers than it is like Wonder Egg, for example. It kind of wants to look good, but it also seems like it's mostly going to be like a slice of life comedy, like Nichijoke gag show, with like occasional action scenes. The action scene was not that impressive, to be honest. And notably, I don't think there was like a big transformation sequence. But we haven't finished the episode. There's 5 minutes left. There could be. Damn, these bears are look so chungle looking. It's the teeth. They have these very silly teeth. I do appreciate that they didn't waste time with an OP in episode 1 at least. And I think I probably will pass this. Although it's definitely, I don't know, it's kind of underwhelming. Although I do like that her family name is Date because it's like Kyosuke and Soul Taker. He's Date Kyosuke. Yeah, this seems like it's gonna have a very similar like I don't know. I actually did only watched a couple episodes of Maho Shoujo Akogarete, but I dropped it. But this kind of seems like it's like a similar dynamic where she's like gonna unwittingly be like pulled into the evil Maho Shoujo direction. But this show is notably not an ecchi show, which was I guess also how it's able to like I guess it probably runs in like a shoujo magazine. I don't know. Do ecchi show? There's probably like some BL stuff in shoujo magazine. They definitely have ecchi. And also, notably, just like Maho Shoujo Akagarete, she's like really admires this like specific. In this case, it's this one Maho Shoujo, but Betty Blossom. But yeah, it's a very similar type situation. Okay, and the villain guy works at the konbini. Yay. Oh, and we do get an ED, which okay, I'm gonna like skip through, I guess. Maybe I'll watch that later. Yeah. Cool. So we just watched Arco Trip. That was okay, I guess. Yeah. It was yeah, I mean, it was okay. We'll pass it for episode 1. I think, just for frame of reference, I'm probably looking to pass like maybe like 40% of the episode 1s, maybe like 10 of them or something, 10 to 12, I would say, to like give things done a chance in episode 2. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so we just watched Arco Trip. It was not bad, but not really that good either. We passed it for now. Yeah. Next, we're checking out. Let's see, what's it called? It's a light novel adaptation. It looks like it's Naruto. It's Nagaki no Bore wa Intai Shitai. And yeah, that means like what is it? Let this grieving soul retire. Woe is the weaking who leads the strongest party. That's what it says here. Is that right? There's like an extra subtitle. I don't know. Those are no. Yeah. This looks like it's Naruto for sure. Any interesting info on it? Like who's the, for example, can we find out who made it? Did they do anything interesting? Nothing that's been adapted before, at least. Oh, one thing I also didn't bring up earlier is that so I actually haven't made it yet for this year. Usually I'll like make a sheet for each season. Oh yeah, I haven't done it for this season. This is like one that I could use for some of last season, where I will like keep track of these. So I mean, if people are there's like interest, maybe I can do something like that. But and also the order of the episodes I always decide them with like a random number generator. And so this is like especially once you get into like watching the shows farther into the season weekly, so that certain shows don't get like privileged by always ending up first or like second, or just like you try to vary which shows are next to each other and like where they come in the order. And this is like especially important, of course, if you're doing like weekly sessions with other people and like just trying to keep it fresh throughout the 3 months of the season. And I also didn't think I mentioned that essentially one of the reasons I'm also doing this is I don't think we'll be meeting that much to watch seasonal anime IRL this season. So I just kind of thought, yeah, might as well do it online. Cool. Well, I guess, is there anything else notable? Oh yeah, who's making it? Okay, so this, it's being done by Zero G. Yeah, they do a lot of these not okay kind of, did they do Grand Blue okay? That might be the only show of theirs that I watched, that like completed. I've checked out most of the things they've released. Oh, I also don't think I mentioned earlier, like, if you're someone who's here and you're looking at like, okay, who is this guy, you know? Yeah, like who am I? What are your anime credentials? Like, in case you're curious, I've watched a decent amount of anime. I mean, I've completed almost 1,000. I'm coming up to that, and I've dropped almost as many. I only really score anime that I have completed. Usually, I don't usually rate ones that I drop, except for maybe if I watch quite a lot of it. Yeah. And I have quite a lot on hold. So, I mean, I've checked out, I mostly watch like anime from the 21st century, but that's kind of funny because a lot of my favorites list actually comes from the 90s. And I'm big into Studio Shaft, Shaft, Gainax, big Shimbo fan. I like a lot of the Ikuhara stuff. I don't know, if you're interested in like more nuanced takes on what my like taste is like, you can just go to the Mal page, but also there's interest stacks, and some of these have like for instance, my top 50 new full-length shows from the 2010s, for example, right? And they're like in order, right? So you can get a general feel. But I guess maybe we'll just like mob into then this next episode here. So yeah, episode 1 of Nagaki no Bore. And maybe we'll try having the mic on a bit. We didn't do that last time, but we'll see how it. Or we did it after the beginning. I don't know if that's like enjoyable or not. And in case you are gonna watch this, but I don't think you probably are. But let's say you did, and you wanted to get on to the next one as well. We're watching Amagami-san next. The title is longer. If you're just joining, I have just started watching the first episode of Nagaki no Bore. And yeah, and then we'll be watching Amagami-san next. Please feel free to join along. Oh, she's a hunter. King Gaming, hello. What's going on is that, yeah, I know. I'm not going to show the anime on screen for various reasons. The idea is you should go and find it yourself, and you're welcome to watch along. I am going through the first episode of various new seasons. If you decide you want to watch the anime, I can also mute mine. I've been playing with whether or not that's, like, useful. But right now, I'm just leaving the mic unmuted while I watch. I'm watching various first episodes of new fall season shows, and then before and after, I'm talking a bit about the show, like the context, and then like some of my thoughts on it, and whether or not I will pass it or drop it. And this is the second of the shows we're on in this session. I think we will check out 5. Just before this, I checked out the first episode of Arco Trip, which was okay. It was like a Maho shoujo, but it was like more of a shoujo, but it still had some characteristics in common with like Maho shoujo no Akaere Garete from the winter season that was really popular because the main girl she was kind of unwittingly getting dragged into more of like a villain position. But now the current show we're watching is more of like a not okay. I think it's pretty safe to say this one's probably going to be a drop. I did watch Kaiju number 8. I enjoyed it. I did not love it, but what did I give? I think I gave it like a 5 or maybe a low 6. I think I probably gave it a 5. I liked it. I had like pretty variable opinions about the main guy. At times he was like endearing, and at times he was quite annoying. Also, King Gaming, if you want to if you want to see like the list of the shows I'll be checking out over not just this section but some other ones, you can find me on Mal. I'm like baby_Minu. That's my profile right there. And there's an interest stack I have if you click on it from my profile, where you'll be able to see the list of shows I'll be checking out this season. Oh my god. This is definitely one of the ones where I'm just anticipating the 10-minute mark to drop. Also, I don't know if I made this clear, but this show is not an isekai. It's just one of these, like, just normal fantasy, not okay. I mean, that, like, could be in the same general, like, ambiance and atmosphere as an isekai. It looks like the main guy is, like, he's a chuuni. We've got Thighs Girl here. One thing that is sometimes funny about these type of Naruto is it's like, it's something about the like not great character designs and like animation in the adaptations that like it makes it very unclear if they are supposed to be like comedic or not at times. Like okay. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so now I might have to mute it for a second because I think the OP just came in like over the episode. This show just did one of these like embedded OPs where like the OP just like came out of the episode. Oh, whoa, it's still the OP. Whoa, it's like OP into OP. Oh my god, I'm gonna mute it again. Yeah, they just like had the episode, the OP like faded in over the episode and like had not had the visuals come on for it yet. Then like turned into full OP. Then it seemed like the OP had ended, but like not fully ended, like it was like fading out over like episode footage again. And then they went back to OP like visual mode. And then they ended it with like a big, you know, bang. It was kind of a unusual OP structure. I kind of appreciate that. Even though normally I would skip OPs on first ep just to to make checking out like 24 to 30 shows a little faster. Yeah, okay. So this dude, he's the ordinary guy in the like the classic, Naruto, like my class or like party is exceptional. I actually almost completely forgot what the fucking title was. Oh, and is this is like why he's all edgy now? Yeah, I don't think I can do it. Let's just okay. We hit 11 minutes. I'm just gonna look at a couple other moments, but I think Nagaki no Bore wa Intai Shitai. That's it's gonna be a drop for this one. This girl's kind of cute though. I could see some people watching this show for her. Honestly, I could definitely see some people watching this show, even though it looks so like I don't know. I can't get down with a lot of these. Yeah, I guess it's just it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Like the bad some of the bad parts of it remind me of I really like this isekai that came out in the winter. It might be the only isekai that I've actually like completed this year. Um Probably, but it was Saijaku Tamer. It was like the slime, like the blue cute slime one. It was directed by the guy who directs Kasher and Sins, and the first episode was like episode directed by him, and it was really good. It was like the best out of the winter first episodes, I thought. But as it went on, it was. I mean, what was the studio? It was a studio that worked a lot on a show last season. That was like constantly. It was like they actually pretty much did Shikanoko. I think. Like I know Wit is credited, but they were credited multiple times. Every episode, it seemed like a bunch of it was outsourced to them. What's their fucking name? Oh, they're like fairly new. Let's mob over to the Mal tab. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna put on some tunes because we just. By the way, all the music I've been playing is like stuff that I've made in various ways. Let's go back to the Mal browser. Oh, we'll have to get rid of that. But yeah, so we just watched Nagaki no Bore. Let's update the Mal too, because we didn't update it after the previous show. Arco Trip, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh wait, no, yeah. So we passed Arco Trip. We were absolutely dropping this show. How are people liking it? Probably not very much. When did it air? Has it? Let's see. Okay, it's been out for a few days. Whoa. There's a thread called Expectations So High. My expectations weren't high at all. 0G, Naruto. Shove my expectations into the ground. Okay, I think actually, yeah, next we're watching, we should actually change this, but we're watching Amagami-san Chi no Enmusubi. Enmusubi. Tying the knot with an Amagami sister. This is like a traditional harem type show. It's being done by Studio Drive, who's like Studio Drive. They're like kind of like a subsidiary of IG, I think in some way maybe, but they've been very interesting recently. Like Mamoru Oshii was doing some projects with them. He did whatchamacallit. It was fucking Vlad Love, exactly. But I think he's been involved in the studio in some other ways. They I dropped Teppen. They did the Megumin spin-off, which I was quite a fan of, because I'm a big Yun fan. And then they did Konosuba season 3. I've been vibing with Drive, so I'm quite curious, and I feel like I'm always hopeful that one of these new harem shows is gonna be good. I actually really liked the first season of Quintessential Quintuplets, so but then I was pretty unhappy with how that turned out in the end. So I've been looking for something to fill that, fill the void that left, to scratch that itch. Maybe this can be it. And then after that, we'll be watching Hitori Bochi no Isekai Koryaku. So if you want to get either of those episodes to watch, because that's what I'll be doing very shortly. So let's go check them out, shall we? Anything else? Oh, it's a manga adaptation. I don't know. That's probably unsurprising for a harem. Cool. I had not learned that en musubi was a word for marriage. I only knew like kekkon. Is it about to go to OP? No OP. Yay, no OP. No OP. Jinja. He's studying the Jinja. If you're just popping in, we're watching Amagami-san Chi no En Musubi. So you want to grab yourself episode 1 of that ASAP, and maybe even after you do that, grab the next episode that's listed on up next. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna chat a little bit about it. We already did chat a little bit about it. This guy's pretty like Chad looking for a like harem protag. Maybe it's just because he's blonde. If you're watching this, if you can let me know if you would rather me make the anime lower or something so it doesn't bleed through. Oh, nope. Wow. I guess people didn't like that comment. Or maybe I should be lowering the anime. I don't know. I'm not sure what the solution for that is. I was trying to make a gate, but it didn't seem like it was doing what I wanted to do. Maybe we should try again. Well, I think I got the noise gate to work. In that case, I guess we'll have type 1 Motokata. Oh, redhead tsundere. Funny, I feel like temporary head kind of there some got, you know. Whoa, noise gate might be a little too gnarly. I don't at all. Oh, yep. Here's the following thing. This is about to happen. Wow, that was funny. Yep, yep. There we did. Okay. Be honest, I kind of feel like fast. Oh, I did not think they were gonna do the same trope again. So I guess that's the mix-up. That I think it looks like. I mean, I guess you. There are three. He's actually got a bit of. Oh, they did just kind of go for like a third version. Yep, yeah. So he got the just got the with all. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this. Maybe they're just trying to play the foundation. signal to the. Although I have to say, after getting burned with. I don't know, he's like, our boy is a fact and logic kind of guy. Oh my god, English. Yeah, actually, I'm wondering, wasn't there? I was gonna say, when was the last time there was a show made that kind of type? I think there was like. I'm wondering if people prefer it with the noise gate on, so that you can't hear any of the anime episode, or would you like the noise gate off so that you can hear the episode? What do you think? Person who just arrived, if someone just said, do you would you prefer the audio to be like this, where you can hear some of the anime episode bleeding through, or would you prefer the noise gate on like this? For now, I can still uh talk, but otherwise, what's the preference? What do people, you know, episode audible, or or okay, I guess we're gonna leave the episode audible for now. Damn, we might have to make a bunch of music for this in the future, because it kind of feels like maybe people would appreciate just having some like tunes playing while I'm watching the episode. I don't know, like obviously I wouldn't like that, but I don't have to hear it, I guess. Right now, yeah. So we're most of the way through. We're like, yeah, we have 5 minutes left in the Amigami-san Chino and Musubi episode 1. It's a shrine girl harem. It had a bunch of harem tropes at the start. It's one of the girls is kind of cute, I guess. I don't know. The It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty okay. It looks pretty decent. Looks like the kind of thing Pars would be super down for, to be honest. I think I'd be down for it, maybe. I think I'll try. It could be a good, like, quiet, comfy fall show. As long as it isn't that dramatic, maybe. Although I don't love this, like, you're seeing this a lot, like, nowadays, this, like, they just, like, throw some, like, cherry blossoms or, like, some, you know, like, particle in the air, like, in CG on top of the shot, and it just kind of, like, floats both, like, in front of and behind the characters. Oof, I'm not sure I like that very much. Oh, maybe they aren't cherry blossoms. What is this? Magical... Whoa, they lit up the screen. We're getting the magical star shower on this side as well. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, like, all the girls are all sisters. They're like Shrine Maiden sisters. Oh my. I don't know. I'm this, like, kirei dana moment at the end of the episode here, that was not very enticing. Those are supposed to be the moments in one of these harem shows, like Quintessential Quintuplets, that, like, really hit. Like in season 1 of Quintessential Quintuplets, those moments always hit when they go for it. Oh shit, is there a fourth girl? Have we not met a fourth sister? Is that possible? I think it is possible. There was someone hanging out in the trees. Oh, we're gonna mute it so we don't get the ED in here. Oh, it turns out there's a post-credit scene. Woo. Okay, well, we just watched episode 1 of, what's the title again? Amagami-san Chi no Enmusubi. The new Shrine Maiden Harem show in Studio Drive. Did we check out the director? We didn't check it out. Let's, why don't we go to them now? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's see. What is this director? Oh, it's the same person who did the last couple Konosuba entries. I've been a fan of their directing. I thought those were, like, consistently good. Well, that's all I need to see. Yeah, I mean, it was passable. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. So far we checked out 3 shows, right? We checked out Arco Trip, which we passed. We checked out Amagami San Chi no En Musubi, which we have now also decided to pass. And what else did we check out? We checked out Anaroke that by 0G, this one, which was not very exciting. Nagaki no Bode wa Intai Shitai. Yeah. But okay, anything else to say about Amagami-san that we didn't already say? Yeah, it like speed ran through a bunch of the like classic harem tropes, especially it did like this like guy or girl falling on each other and someone walking in on them trope with all three of the sisters. It wasn't very enticing on that end. It looked fine. Like, it was very serviceable. It was kind of moe. Like I said before, I really liked Quintessential Quintuplets Season 1. So I'm kind of hoping this could maybe have some of that magic. So that's why we're giving it another chance. Okay, cool. So the next show we are checking out is Hitori Bochi no Isekai Koryaku, Loner Life in Another World. And let's see, it's being done by Passione and also Hayabusa Film. I don't know them at all. Passione did like the recent Super Hebe readaptations. They did Spice and Wolf, the remake, which I've been calling Twice as Golf. Yeah, Yuri Is My Job. Oh, they did Interspecies Reviewers. Yeah, this looks like is it an isekai? It is! Okay, so it's the first isekai that we're checking out this season. Fun fact, I actually make a point of checking out every isekai every season. And why do I do that, you might wonder? Well, the reason why I do that is essentially just because, like, I want to know. Like, I'm not actually a massive isekai fan. Wow, I just realized I think that the audio has been killed whenever I've been on the Mal page, which has been quite actually often, so that's a bit of a bummer. Okay. But we fixed it. It's back. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's just mob into the episode then, I guess. It seems like it will be okay. I don't know. It's not okay. It's the image is actually kind of enticing. It reminds me of that like the 100 Girlfriends show that came out like a couple seasons ago. Okay, well let's dive in. We'll go and check it out. And after that, the episode we'll be watching is Rekishi no Nokoruku. No, Rekishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Naru. Okay, where is it at? Oh no, we got some goblins. Oof. Big oof. No. I could see this one also being a 10-minute drop potentially.
俺は今異世界を一人ぼっちで攻略している。話は異世界転移した日に遡る。俺は昼休みいつものように本を読んでいた。見ての通りのぼっち。誰がどう見てもぼっち。そう、俺は現実世界でもぼっちだったのである。ぼっちぼっち言うな。いや合ってるけどさ。なんで俺がぼっちかって？答えは簡単。このクラスメートたちと関わりたくないからだ。俺の読書を妨げやがる。クラスの連中を
Oh, is this show gonna be like one of these like isekai with your whole class kind of Ari Furetic type vibes? I think that's exactly what it looks like it's gonna be based on this intro.
委員長。
That's funny. That like the people they just referred to as otaku, like when he's like showing the different people in his class, like the otaku, they look I mean, they were like playing like cards, like something, I don't know. They were just kind of like normal nerds. Well, I guess he's just using it like that. I kind of like the color of his uniform. That's always in any kind of like show where characters are wearing uniforms a lot. The color of the uniform has like a significant impact on me. Maybe like a little larger than it should have. Okay, yeah. So he's pulling the whole like non-plus, just oh, it's an isekai kind of vibe.
そう思うと体が勝手に動き、教室から出ようと抵抗した。とにかく抵抗した。分かってた。ここまでは定番。体が消えてく。マジかよ。どうすんだよ。やめて。こうなったら俺は最後の手段。天井裏へ。
We're turning the noise. episode audio. Audible gate. We'll turn the noise gate off in case you want to hear.
召喚する人数も計算できねえのかよ。それで神様的な存在って何？バカなの？ねえ、バカなの？すると G は逆ギレ。こうなったら残りのスキルはお主に。
Well, it seems like people don't vibe with that so much. Guess we don't be that. We don't play an episode. That's fine. No episode for you. Surprisingly, like the intro music from I just get like but of course a full lot of flavor here. We got white cherry. That white cherry a lot of them I got dumb. I'm putting all my stats to luck. I'm him. Dracula. Okay, so he's like a luck. Put all his stats to luck. What happens if you max out your luck? Yes, so that probably. Luck is like one of the stats quite varied. I mean, I guess. Well, we'll see. What do we think this guy's luck? We'll set the bar as a thing other than luck. It's taken so long. I think I've developed a bit of a policy with like isekai that has to like everything be similar to the harem show we just watched. First episode, just like get it all out of very this. Maybe he's gonna be good at. Maybe he's gonna get dropped because he maxed out. Def- Just have any preference for having the noise gate on or off? Like, I just want to hear the episode like this. It might still be pretty quiet. I don't know. Or if you'd prefer if I put the noise gate on and have the episode
積んでたら不法侵入してごめんなさい。どうかいませんように。かなり広いし快適だな。アイテム袋にテントとランタンもあったし、案外ここに住み着く気満々だったりする。森で拾ってきた薪と枯葉、温度魔法で温度を上げれば。
If you're just joining us, we're watching episode 1 of Hitori Bochi no Isekai. It's pretty lackluster so far. Although I could see some people watching it. No, thank you might like it. It's kind of comfy. Like, it just came in with some, like, campfire Yashike music. I mean, it's very hard to tell actually what it will be like from the first half, so maybe we will have to venture on and watch a bit more of it. But I could do with more of the sleepy campfire vibe. Oh yeah. So he's like a classic Hiki that got isekai'd with his whole class, and the class like is all chilling, but he's camping out in this little cave. The real question everyone wants to know is, what are the girls going to be like? You know, who else is getting introduced? What kind of characters are they going to be? What types? What are their personalities going to be like? What are they going to look like? Are they going to be people from the class? Are they going to be fantasy characters? Like different species? Because like the show has Hitori Bochi in the title, so like the real question is, how long is he going to be leading the loner life for? Whoa, these goblins, man. This one has a huge outie belly button. And like, oh yeah, another thing I hadn't mentioned is it has these like interfacial aspects that keep on popping up. So like it pops up with the goblin's level and whatnot. He can make himself OP, yes. He's gonna win with his mind. The show is just watching this scene play out is kind of reminding me of actually one of my more preferred isekai, probably in like my top 5 or 6 isekai, which is Grimgar. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It's from like 2016, and it was done by A1, and it like the whole shtick for it was like taking a more, I don't know if realist is the right way, but like it was like when they got isekai, they were so weak that even like battles with the lowest level monsters, like the intro goblins, like we just saw here, were like life and death stakes for the characters, and that was like the whole core was about that. It never got a sequel, even though I think it was reasonably popular. Whereas this bruh, Hitori Bochi, luck build, he got it. He passed his first battle. And now we got more of that Iyashike campfire tunes.
今の木の棒で十分だ。じゃ気を取り直して。レベルアップきたー。おお、ステータスも倍以上に上昇。超術のレベルも上がってる。棒で殴りまくってただけなのに。あれ、敏感もゴブリンに捕まって殺せ的な女騎士展開なかったよ。魔力点もゲット。木の棒に魔力をまとわせたおかげかな。体操もしてる。そりゃ毎朝欠かさないし。で、今日から始めたんだったわ。さすがにキノコも飽きてきた。そろそろ肉が食いたいなんて言ったら委員長あたりに怒られるだろうな。よし、まずは自分自身の強化だ。昨日習得した魔力点の効果を。身体強化に物理と魔法防御を兼ね備えたお得用パック顔負けスキル。異世界の主婦が群がること間違いなし。根底スキルもレベル2に上がってたけど。
Oof, I don't know. I can't tell if the show is comfy or just boring.
もういいや、考えるのはやめやめ。お出かけしましょう。そうしましょう。魔法の練習に出かけましょう。よっしゃ、森の恵みゲット。
He seems just like keep on finding mushrooms. Not a great gag.
何やってんだ俺は。魔力点なんかいけそう。軽い。まるで瞬間移動してるみたいだ。おお、格段にキレが上がってる。強めのゴブリンも難なく倒せ。2匹までなら敵がない。昨日よりめちゃくちゃいいんではないか。今なら3匹相手でも。まあ今はやめといてあげるか。帰って魔法の研究と。それから昼はゴブ狩り、夜は魔法研究。
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna drop this show. Yeah. I don't know though. It is comfy. Maybe we give it one more shot. Is it like I actually feel like we're this is surprising to say, but like we're kind of strapped for isekai this season. Oh, that's a cute bunny. I think there's only like 2 or 3 of them. Cuz we're definitely entering that like I don't know. I was calling it post isekai a couple years ago, but just more like the general Naruto type stuff where it's like you know, Naruto fantasy that is not isekai. And now like I guess with the success of Free Run and Dungeon Meshi, we're kind of onto that dungeon anime meta. There was a dungeon show also last season, but I don't think it was that popular. Mostly I think because of like the art style. I forget who it was by.
あんな奴らと関わるのはごめんだ。待てよ、もしかしたらあっちに誰かいるかも。千里眼。あっちはギャルかよ。冗談だろ。向こうは脳筋バカ。会いたくないに決まってる。オタたちまで。あいつらとはたまに喋ったりしてたけど、パス。委員長、
Yeah, I think this one's gonna have to be a drop.
初日からの付き合いだ。さすがに声をかけても。でも、やっぱ、この開放感と孤立感。誰にも口出しされない気ままな生活。こんな毎日は何者にも代えがたい。
Wait, oh no, I keep on going back and forth. You know what? I think I'll leave this as a pass for now, and then I will circle back around to it after I've checked out the other first episodes. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention, I don't know, maybe I will do this, but I think Arco Trip actually has a second episode out, although I didn't already download it, so I'm not sure. Okay, we finished the episode of Hitori Bochi no Isekai Koryaku. It was kind of chill. It had a bunch of kind of cliche isekai moments. It's one of these like he's a hiki ni, like, or not, he's in school. He's a hiki who like goes to school, I guess. Hiki adjacent, whatever. He's a guy, he's going to school, but he doesn't interact with his class. They get isekai'd. He builds a luck stat build, and I don't know, he's living alone. He's not finding meat. He's only getting the mushrooms. But then he seems to have this like kind of clairvoyance type ability. So it seems like he was about to help people out, but like the second half of the episode had a number of these more like chill. He's just like in a tent in a cave. There's a little like campfire thing going on. There's some chill Yashike music. I could get down with that potentially. So I think we're going to provisionally pass it, even though I think it probably won't be one of the few that I watch. Also, if you notice, this show is actually not listed as having aired yet on Mal. It says it would air tomorrow, but I think this episode's been out for a while. In fact, I know it's been out for a while because I think I had torrented it at least a couple days ago and watched the first like 12 seconds of it. Okay. Let's throw something on. Yeah, so let's see. We've now watched 4 episodes, I guess. If we go to our Mal, so we passed Amagami-san. We provisionally passed Hitori Bochi no Isekai. We dropped Nagaki no Bore, and we passed Arco Trip. And I guess we will potentially obtain Arco Trip episode 2. Yeah, so the next show we're watching, potentially the last, but who knows, is oh yeah, here we go. It's Dakishi ni Nokuro Akujo ni Naruzo. So I'll become a villainess who goes down in history. Obviously this is one of these like otomage type shows. It's an isekai. Okay, so we're getting some isekai. We're getting like back-to-back isekai. People vibing? Not really. People are not vibing. Okay, well, anything else notable about it? Okay, it's being done by Maho Film. Not Maho Film, yeah, they've done some shows. Nothing that I've watched to completion, it looks like. It looks like I've checked out most of them, and I've dropped all of those. I think some people like this slime show, which got multiple seasons, and it actually got the Yashike tag. Yeah, it did. But not me. I think I only watched 1 episode of the slime show, and I dropped it. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do that. I suppose maybe I'll also, hopefully this doesn't like kill the connection, but I might try to obtain the second episode of Arco Trip as well. Like while I'm watching. Well, no way to find out, I guess, other than to try. Oh my god, I've been calling it Arco Trip this whole time. It's Acro Trip. I am so music brain like poison that I'm calling everything Arco. It's Acro Trip. How many times did I say that wrong? Did I write Arco Trip everywhere as well? That's pretty bad. Well, it's Acro Trip. In fact, maybe we'll just chill for a second while we get the episode for after, so that I don't overload the computer. If you're watching this, have you watched any seasonal shows? What are you up to? What are you vibing with? Please, let me know. Give me something to bounce off of. Are you excited for anything? Show, I mean, I guess the show that everyone's excited for this season is Dandadan. I haven't read. I'm like not really a very prolific manga reader, so I have not read the Dandadan manga. Yeah, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and also I guess the first 6 episodes of the anime leaked. But I also didn't watch those because they leaked in quite poor quality, I would say. Yeah, it was not good. Like I think it was in 360 or something. Something that like I was not accepting that. Let's see. What else am I excited about? Okay. Yeah, Uzumaki, I thought the first episode was amazing. So I'm really excited about that. ReZero, the first episode was long. It was something. I don't know. I think I'm like always curious about ReZero, and then like it's never as good as I want it to be, but I like it. I'm vibing. Was there anything else that I was especially excited for? I'm kind of like unexcited for the Ranma 1/2 remake. I was definitely curious about this Chikyu no Undo. It's like I think it takes place in Poland. And yeah, it is. And it's about like, is it about map making or something, or the sun? I don't remember. But the PV looked really bad. Or like not really bad, but just like it didn't look great. Oh, Mecha Uda. That actually looks pretty cool. That's like, there was an OVA already a while back, which I've seen some clips of, that look pretty good. And people keep on describing it in this language like it's trying to be triggery or something. Now, I mean, I don't know if that might be like a little too lofty of terms to put on it, but like it's trying to have a little bit of that Gainax spirit. We'll see how that goes. I'm definitely interested. Oh, and I'm also quite interested in this Kabuki Shiki Gaisha Maji Lumiere. That show could be cool. It's also notably being co-done by Studio Moe, what I thought was kind of... was there... Oh yeah, and then there's some shorts with Hamidashi Creative. I'm curious about that. Oh, and I think the slime show actually looks really good. When I watched the PV, I was pretty stoked. Puniru wa Kawaii Slime. Yeah. Yeah, I think that pretty much encapsulates what I'm like excited about the new shows. Also, then there's Beastars final season in like December, but it's pulling the like Attack on Titan final season thing. I don't think it's gonna air consecutively. I think already it was announced that it'll be like split core episode totally was procured successfully, so that's reassuring that was possible without fucking up the stream. Cool. Maybe we'll just mob into our not final. I guess we'll have time for one more after this potentially, which isn't listed on there, but I guess we'll be able to do Acro Trip episode 2. But for now, let's pull up this app of Dekishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Naru zo. Oh no, there's an OP. We gotta mute it. I can like just put in. The show's definitely given the the otomege isekai vibe. I've never actually played any type of otomege. There's actually this one that's I've become aware of recently because it takes place in Copenhagen, and it's about a it's called like Enkelbillet, like one-way ticket, and it's about like a Japanese girl who takes like a one-way trip to the country is Denmark, but they don't call it Denmark in the otomege. But that's like a non-fantasy otomege, for example. But it's also from, I think, like it's not from very recently, I think. There's, I think, quite little resemblance to these more like not okay type ones. Well, no, this is, and what's also very interesting is none of these like ones that are getting adapted are actually otomege adaptations. They're always like, I guess it's similar to the not okay like isekai ones that get adapted, but they're always not okay light novels in the style of otomege or for characters that like know about otomege. Okay, so it is confirmed she is in an otomege. How many minutes did it take to fish? 10 minutes, yeah. Okay, to confirm that. And not only that, but as it often is, it's an otomege that she has pled, and she already has like developed opinions on the different. I mean, it's one of these fucking villainous shows. You know how they go if you've watched seasonals for the last couple years. There's always one of these villainous shows. I'm actually trying to think. I think I've checked out like almost all of them that have come out, but I'm trying to think if there's any that I actually completed. I'm not sure there's a single one. I think there was the one that Silverlink did that Shinonuma directed, like co-directed or whatever. It's got some kind of cute shoujo-y eye catches. I'm always a fan of a good eye catch. Although it's interesting to like, I'd actually be interested in people who like make them, because obviously they're made to frame the show between commercial breaks initially, right? As like a transition material between the like ads and the anime, right? Like to let you know, like you're leaving the anime zone, or like these are the borders of the anime zone, right? But then they function quite differently, like in the digital age or on like Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. So it'd just be interesting to hear about like which one they like foreground when they're thinking about it, about making them. He got caught mid head pat. Oh yeah, I think this one's gonna be a drop. I don't know if I can do this. We're 13 minutes in. Let's just I think we're gonna be dropping Dekishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Nazu zo. So we just watched that. Well, not happening. Not happening at all. One sec. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll talk a little bit about this episode before I watch episode 2 of Acro Trip. All right, so we are back, and I guess we're gonna watch not as it says on screen here. We're not gonna watch Arco Trip. Oh, I even wrote it wrong. God fucking damn it! It's Acro Trip. We're gonna watch Acro Trip 2, but before that, let's just go on Mal. This is also incorrect. We just watched Rekishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Naruzo by Maho Film, which was yet another edition of villainous isekai type show. It was honestly, I kind of like the colors in it. Like the purple was a bit refreshing compared to some of the other shows we've checked out so far in this session, but the verdict is drop. In fact, of course it was going to be drop. We didn't even finish the first episode. Yeah. I don't know. Thoughts on the shows again now in retrospect. Now we just checked out in this session 5 different first episodes, and I had already checked out 1, 2 if you also count Uzumaki, which is kind of in a league of its own compared to these other ones. And I guess we've passed a few. What have we passed so far? Out of the... Yeah, so we passed Acro Trip. We passed Amagami-san, Chino, and Musubi, even though I'm pretty skeptical about that as well. And then we also passed this Horibochi no Isekai Koryaku, even though that was like really straddling the line between boring and comfy. So I'm not necessarily the most optimistic about it either. Okay, but I guess we'll go into, let's just take a second to update the screen here, and then I can go into Arco Trip episode 2. Maybe before that I'll just like say a little something about how episode 1 was again. So in oh, I wrote it. It's still written. In Acro Trip episode 1, it was a similar type of show to Maho Shoujo Akogarete in the winter, but like this was not an ecchi show. It was very clearly like more on the shoujo side of Maho Shoujo, but also notably like not on the like, you know, year-long 4-core, like Precure-esque type of like kids shoujo or whatever. Even though, I mean, yeah, that's a funny term to use for it. But yeah, it wasn't like that. It was, I don't know. It definitely had some like trappings of being otaku-y, but not. I mean, not as much as like Kiru Minizu or something. Like it's very clearly a shoujo show, I would say. Based on the first episode, at least. Actually, before we watch episode 2, let's look into where it runs. So it runs in Ribbon magazine. It is considered a shoujo. It's finished, actually. It ran from 2017 to 2022. I don't know if this is kind of late then. I don't know that much about like when the optimal time is for releasing adaptations, but it seems potentially like, yeah, maybe it's not too late. I don't know. Also, you've potentially heard this elsewhere, but like the like Fujoshi demographic has like massively increased in Japan in the last like 5-ish years. So it also makes sense that if you check out like almost all of the shows every season, you've probably noticed a massive increase in the number of like, maybe not massive, but like a significant increase in the number of like Fuja-oriented shows, and especially the like if you look at it from the right angle, almost all of like the successful big shonen series of the 2020 so far are kind of like Fuja coded in a certain way, right? Yeah. But this was one of the shows that I had like more high hopes for going into the season. I do watch, I think, almost all the PVs. I'm not actually sure if I watched them all this season, but I probably did because that's probably how I decided which of the shows to keep on board and which of them to do away with. Cool. Well, I think I'll probably start the episode now. So we are now going to watch Acro Trip Episode 2. If you feel so inclined, please grab Acro Trip Episode 2. If you are doing that, and like, I have the option here essentially of letting the audio flood, like bleed into the mic, and you can hear a bit of the episode, or I can like enable a noise gate on it that will only let the audio through when I speak. It's up to you. I'll leave the episode playing unless someone complains or says something to the contrary. Cool. Let's mob into that then. Oh yeah, so like just like in Maho Shoujo Akagarete, where she's like initially really like kind of into the local Maho Shoujo team, like here she's really into, there's one magical girl she's very excited about, but then there's this more like chuny villain guy who I guess works at the konbini. We found out at the end of episode 1. Oh, wait, we got the OP. I'm gonna have to mute this for a second. Oh, I also forgot to mention that like there's like a fire cat that like appears like it might be the kind of like Maho Shoujo mascot character in this. It looks like a Pokemon, like a starter fire Pokemon. And the main the girl's name is Date, like her family name is Date, like Kyosuke from the Soul Taker.
もっと大きなことができると思うがどうだ。俺にもできるかな。立てこもりとかできるとも。
こいつポンコツだけど人を悪の道に誘うのが妙に上手。
なんだ。
惑わされないからね。私は正義の味方のベリーブロッサムの味方だし。今だってベリーブロッサムがいたら何とかしてくれるはず。
そうか。しかしそのなんというか。
何よ。
いや、痛いけな中学生に現実を突きつけるのはちょっと。
急に痛いけやめろ。変身。
Oh, so like last episode, I did not notice if we had gotten a real transformation sequence, but we are getting one right now. Betty Blossom. Maho Shoujo Betty Blossom. Wow. That is quite the name.
ただの一般人相手に魔法の行使はできない。
は？
魔法による悪事は魔法少女、一般の刑事事件は警察という形で自然と住み分けがなされているのだ。
もしもし、警察ですか？そんなありがとうございます。まず怪我がなくてよかった。
ずいぶん焦っているな。
ちょっと警察と確執あるからね。待ち合わせする前に失礼します。本物だった。
ラリアットとか、お前本当にあんな感じでいいのか？
は？何が言いたいわけ？
とぼけるな。頭の回転の速いお前だ。もう悟っているだろう。奴は我々フォッサマグナを相手にした時だけ真の力を発揮できるということ。本来の奴と渡り合えるのはほんの一握りの悪のみ。だって千鶴子、そこに
Date Shizuko.
そんなつもりないだろ。
残念。気が変わるのを待つとしよう。
ふざけ。
Oh yeah. Okay. So the Fire Cat is already the mascot character just for the like, you know, Maho Shoujo Medi Betty or whatever.
ゲーセンのあれといい、この手の利益はどこが得てんだよ。
おお、あの高ぶりよ。静香は本当にあの魔女っ子が好きなんじゃな。
この街のルールか。なんだか改めて現実を突きつけられた気分。ベリーもクロマも所詮別世界の人間。
Chrome is the name of the villain guy.
私にも魔力とかあればな。何考えてるの？
There's also a character called Chrome in Dr. Stone, right? It's not a name you see a ton out here.
今日は絶対見逃せない番組もあるしね。ベリーへの愛、集中集中。ただいま。おじいちゃん、お客さん。
おかえり、千鶴子。
やあ、お邪魔している。
嘘だよ。
あれ、千鶴子、倉間さんと知り合いじゃったんか？
なぜ家に。そこまでして私を悪に勧誘したいわけ？お、それ私のどら焼きじゃない。
承知やめろ。わかった。帰るから。
何この空間の歪み的な。
Oh shit is happening.
ようこそ。
気づいたか、ここは。
まさかポストマグナの記事？
いかにも未来の幹部たりえる伊達千鶴子よ。お前を一度招待しておこうと思ってな。なんでその渋い顔は。
いや、帰りますわ。
むやみに開けるな。何をそんなに慌てて。
5時からテレビであるんだよ、ベリーブロッサムの特番が。ベリー特番。今までの地方ニュースで流れた投稿映像のえりすぐり。まさに永久保存版。ネットに上がっても魔法みたいに消えるから、もうほんとここだけ。そりゃもう万全の状態で見たいよね。
あ、そうだな。
じゃあ、帰るか？
いい大人が泣かないで。
泣いてないし、私は悪い大人だし。
そういう意味じゃ。
ただ私は見てもらいたくて。
一人には広すぎる。吉を。
寂しがりや、泣き落とそうったって。小1時間したら帰るからね。
小1時間も。早速案内してやろう。
ここうちの町内だよね。市から許可とか下りないでしょ。
こちとら悪の組織だぞ。基地のすべては魔法による産物だから、公共とは切り離された存在なのだ。魔力さえ有していれば不自由な。
また魔法？
物置だ。
しょっぱな来るとこ？
いや、罠とか見てもらいたくて。
これあれじゃん、タヌキとか取るやつ。
発作バサミだ。
え、今の。
何かが突っかかって。どうした？面白い顔をして。
だってさ、基地までワープで来たんだよ。物置から出るくらい余裕。どうしたん？
聞いてくれるか、伊達千鶴子。魔力を有する話。
For some reason, I just really can't get over the fact that her name is Date. Date Chizuko.
契約なのだ。毎月決まった量の魔力をやりくりするのだが、月末は不足しがち。著しい低速モードになる。
何そのスマホみたいなの。 でもさっきワープできたんだし。
だからだ。さっきのワープの時だった。
誰か助けてください。閉じ込められた。やだ。なんでワープなんて言っちゃったんだよ。
見せたかったんだ。ワープできるところ。
しょうもな。せめて録画だけでも。おじいちゃんだって。
ここ地下。なぜ前もって録画予約しておかない。
だってそんな前から予約してたらおじいちゃんに。
こんな前から予約するほど好きなんじゃのう。
って思われちゃうじゃん。
そうなんだから思われたっていいだろうが。
それはそれなの。思春期なめないで。
お前、うちの組織に入れば嫌というほど直に対峙できるのだぜ。ベリーブロッサムと。
やめてよ、今情緒不安定だから。
いやすまん。私も人が悪かったな。極限状態のお前に酷なものと。そうか、その手があった。私の魔力不足で出られないなら新たに契約すればいいのだ。サインを頼むぞ、伊達千鶴子。
契約って。
魔力のだ。料金なら心配だ。本部の経費のです。
なんで私に。あんたがすれば。
二重契約などできない。月末に契約はもったいないが、背に腹は変えられんだろ。お互いにな。
この悪党、まんまと思うつぼに乗せられてる気はするけど。頭よ、受けて立つわ。悪に落ちたわけじゃない。これは組織に入らずともベリーブロッサムを見るため。
手間をかけさせたな。
契約書が。
手続き中だ。しばし待たれる。そうだ、来た。さあ、大脱出の始まりだ。
いきなり。私魔力とかど素人だけど。
騒ぐな。電子レンジの仕組みは知らなくても使えるだろう。そういう感じで行くんだ。
どういう感じ。
さすがに私もワープしろとまでは言わん。ドアの突っかかりを外せるか。
どうやって。
って力込めればいけるはず。
説明ど下手か。もうやだ。
いけ。できる。やれる。
おじいちゃん。
何やって。
Oh yeah, we haven't seen her grandpa in a while.
なんでここに。どうやって。
いや普通に上から来たんじゃが。
え。
孫がえずいとる。
許容しがたいような出来事でもあったのだろうか。
しかし思い出すの。黒間さん
Okay, yeah. So her grandpa's in like the evil organization, maybe. Maybe he is. We're getting the backstory.
けどこんなに広かったかの。そうなると思って言うに言えんかったよ。
もっといた場所に返してきて。リニアでこじゃるもいし。
まあまあ、落ち着け。そろそろ始まるんじゃない。
In a lot of ways, I kind of feel like this is the type of show that I would watch and then like 5 and be like, yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. Even though, I don't know. I think it's still a little hard for me to figure out exactly what it's going for. I mean, maybe it is what I described earlier, which is this like space between the more like otaku-oriented Mahou Shoujo and more just like kind of contemporary shoujo-oriented Mahou Shoujo. It notably has like 0 ecchi. Oh, ED, we're gonna have to mute it. Ooh. Oh shit, there's actually a post-credit scene. Also in case you wonder, that was obviously not the ED. That was some music I made especially for the stream. Some stream music. I think that's going to be a thing we'll try to do with this maybe is we'll just we'll make some stream music for each stream. I don't know how sustainable that is. I think I made like almost a half hour of stream music for the stream. No, more than that, but some of it is more stockpiled stuff. This like, if you were around earlier, you noticed that I was talking about these bears in the show. So this whole post-credit scene is like a fight / gag with the bears, who have these like. It's a little hard to explain, but I guess the best way I would describe it is that like the eyes have like a mouth that's like almost like a zipper that goes between them. And then just like the angle or like direction of it just bends up and down to like express their mood. Kuma Kaijin. That's what they are. Having a Kuma Kaijin hot pot. Oof. Yeah, I guess I'll be passing this on episode 2. Well, I can just see myself at least like judging it after 3 eps. I'm not sure if because I think they just released episodes 1 and 2 like simultaneously for this. either that or they did just like the extended first episode special, but they actually called it 2 episodes. But yeah, the main point is I'm not sure if they're going right into a 3rd episode next month. But yeah, that was we just watched episode 2 of Acro Trip. It was a little less like overtly shoujo. It felt a little more just kind of slice of life showy this episode. Yeah, but I mean, that was chill, I guess. It's kind of, some of the colors are kind of pleasing, but it's fairly unimpressive in its appearance. Yeah. And that was the last show for today. The only one we watched 2 episodes of. So to do a recap of what we did, we watched episodes 1 and episodes 2 of Acro Trip. We watched an episode of, what was the second show we watched? It was this Naruke that we dropped. Yeah, Nogeki no Bore wa Intai Shitai. That got dropped. We watched an episode of Amagami-san Chino and Musubi, episode 1. That was like the Shrine Maiden harem show. We passed that. We watched the first episode of Hitori Bochi no Isekai Kyoryaku, which was, I don't know, provisionally passed, I guess. We'll see how it is when it comes around to all the other shows. And then we watched Rakishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Naru, episode 1, which we dropped. That was like an otomege, like villainous type show. And then we just watched episode 2 of Acro Trip. If you're watching this and you would like to watch along or check out some of these seasonal shows on a future stream, like, watch along with it or something, I think I'll be trying to do something maybe like somewhat weekly or whatever. And I will endeavor to check out more of the first episodes that are coming out. So if you go to my MyAnimeList page, which is baby_Minu, all one word, I have an unlisted interest stack that you can get to from my page that's called Fall 2024 Shows to Check Out. It has the other shows listed there. The shows that have, essentially in addition to what I just mentioned earlier, Mudai no Koi was also dropped early. I already watched the first episode of Uzumaki, which is by far the most exciting thing so far. And that's it. So we will do more of this sometime soon. I hope if you watch some of this, you enjoyed the stream. It was fun. I think everything worked this time. And I think we're just gonna head out. So, thanks everyone. Peace.